Hey gang, it's the East Coast Lumberjack, and a little treat today. We're down at a tree job I have for a guy down the road, veterinarian. He's got a gorgeous woodlot here. It's a mature, what do we call it? Old growth here in the province, an old growth stand. So a lot of hemlock, a lot of yellow birch, a lot of sugar maple. So it's really a nice stand. And I've been doing a lot of tricky trees here today, and I thought, geez, I might as well bring the gang along to show them what I'm up to. So anyways, you missed probably the most spectacular one. I had to climb one here. So this is the woods. So again, hemlock and sugar maple, nice stuff. But there was one here, there was a busted red maple. It was split. It wanted to come down the power lines. You can see the power lines right here. They go right down to the house. Okay, so power lines are obviously problematic. So we want to stay away from them. So what I did, I roped the arm of the tree that was broke. It was a good sized tree. I'll show you it here. So this is the size of the arm that was broke right here. Okay, so it's you know, it was right there, I guess. 10 inches plus where I had to cut it off, and I just roped it off, put it in through this hemlock tree, and then tied it off to another hardwood. I had a lot of rope, and of course I cut the arm off and the tree swung down and stood up. I just kept cutting it off and lowering the rope, so we get it on the ground safely, of course, away from these power lines here behind me. So then the main stem, and it's over here. So again, these are both the small ones. The big guy's yet to come. That's why I brought you along. So this is the other guy right here. So the rest of the stump, which is right here, it was leaning towards the house. So it was leaning right down here. And I notched it and swung it and brought it where you can see the stumps laying right down here through the woods. So went like clockwork, which is really nice when you're close to power lines and houses. So it went pretty straight ahead. I had to cut my holding wood off because of course it hung in a couple of these hardwoods here, and then I had to keep chunking it in pieces till it finally came down. So we got it down. Now we'll take it to the third one, and hopefully I can find a place for you to prop these up here and watch me as I do this, because this one here is a couple things. Number one, it's dead. Number two, it's red maple. Number three, it's the closest one to these power lines. Number four, it's big. It is at least twice my bar. Okay, so this is it here. Big guy. So what I'm going to do, I wanted to show you this here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean out the middle a little bit. I'm going to basically bore in this side and then swing my saw the whole way around. I'm going to put wedges in as I go. But I'm going to clean the center out because I may not be able to, it's big enough. My bar tip may not be able to reach the center. So as you see here, good sized tree. It's over 16 inches here at the back. And of course I just have a 16-inch echo. So what we do with that is we layer soft.
Well, just learning all this stuff and trying to piece this together now, because I messed up out when I was filming. I hit the button by mistake. So you got part of the fell. But now what we're going to do is go back and I restart the camera, and then we watch the rest of this. So with any luck at all with my new media kit here, if I can put these all together, this will be the interlude towards the next segment where I actually start and finish the back cut and the tree comes down. Let's see how it goes.
The best thing about that is it's fairly solid in the middle. So I cut wood, which is a good sign, because I want as much holding as I can to bring that tree where I want to go. way around. I'm going to prop you back here so you can watch her as she hits the ground. Here's my tree. Here's where it's going. Tap my wedges. Might be better down here. Almost see the cat. Thank you. So, as we thought, she was quite a smash. So my fork ran right down the hemlock and basically limbed it. But the hemlock's still standing, so not bad. So here's our stump. And you can always tell what's going on when you look at your stump. So I've got a good 2 inches of holding wood here. I got a little bit less over here. Of course, didn't matter because it was going. It had a little bit of a lean this way. The weight was this way, so it went pretty slick. And of course, with the middle cut out, you didn't have to worry about that holding. So she's a big beast, and she's all busted up. So it did limb the hemlock a little bit, but the hemlock's still standing. And look at this. Imagine the fork went on each side of it. But there's still some limbs on there, so this hemlock may be all right. The top's pretty busted up, so. But anyhow, good news is it's where we want it. So if you look back here now, of course we can see where we're standing. Of course, it's away from the power lines. It's in here where we want it, but it's pretty dowdy wood. So, anyways, I'll take some time and.
Yeah, take some time and hit the wrong button on my camera again. Anyhow, just to wrap up this segment of East Coast Lumberjack, everything went as planned, which was great. Tree went down where we wanted it to go. And of course, didn't bust anything up. Now, the hemlock that was still standing there has got branches on both sides. Now, of course, where the fork went down through, it took those limbs off. But there's a lot of crown still left on that tree, so we'll leave that and see how that grows. If there's a problem, we'll go back and take it out. I mean, it's one tree. It wasn't that large of a tree. But usually what we'll do is leave stuff like that, see how it responds, and if it doesn't respond well, we'll take it down. But rather than cutting it right off the bat and just leaving more wood on the ground, because it may do fine. Hemlock's a pretty tough species, so that's what we'll do with that one. Now we'll go back, and there's two other trees down there. There's two other big birches. There's a big yellow birch and a big white birch. And one's kind of in the open. It's going to come down by the dog kennels. The other one's in the woods, so it's going to have to wiggle down through some trees. But I think it's big enough and heavy enough. It's a nice big white birch, but it's got to come down. So we'll try that again. We'll try that next week if this all pans out. So this is the last segment, and it looks like it's going to work. It looks like it's going to. I'm piecing these all together anyhow somehow here on this little media doctoring up your videos software. So this is the end. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. There's some good stuff coming up. We're going to be doing some axe testing with UMB Woodsman's team here later this week. So hopefully get that on as well. And I've got a bunch of other stuff too. I got some neat projects coming in. I got one from Quebec. This new guy, pretty neat fella. He's going to start a new axe business, and all you axe enthusiasts are going to want to see what he's up to. He wants a couple of prototype handles sent out, so we're going to be working on them. So I got some cool stuff coming up. So make sure you subscribe so you get them when they come out. East Coast Lumberjack signing off.